This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to office selected.
Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds.
Select the team you want to join.
Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might
start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options,
so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket
the Broncos are now on the clock.
Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands just need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work
The
no
Broncos are now on the clock.
I don't gotta answer questions, and I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
What? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. Yeah, call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than
The
words.
Broncos are now on the clock.
For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, my cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad
The
that
Broncos are now on the clock.
we a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
Homies know you ain't riding. We break you down like a pound. I got it, no pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
The Broncos are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock.
start your week by installing your game plan. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
Hey, everybody, it's the...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Something to... here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And some space here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Saquon Barkley. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out right at the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After 1-7. On EA Sports. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division. Facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. On the draw, this is Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the start. Will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First down, Mariota. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Lutz for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with... Two remaining. We'll be back after this. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mariota on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Mariota. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Touchdown, baby. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about... do it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota here to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Denver, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh?
The players on your quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like a
Start your week by installing your game plan.
She support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do?
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago, Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Saquon. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Now Mariota. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now the... Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mariota, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Again, it's Barkley. And some room to run now. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. On first down, Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check back, check back.
This is Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bronco. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll run on first down. Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. On first down, Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Broncos, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so
now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Every time I'm through, same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match and plus all your...
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Julio Jones. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Saquon Barkley. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp, and he works free. There he goes right side. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short, and he's going to be out of bounds here on the reach.
We play to win. Let's go.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, Barkley fights through, and now a crease. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 78 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Saquon Barkley. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
54 Mike. Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. They find some open field here. And down to the 29-yard line. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan. In offensive each week, once you've made your game plan, choose to start training.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter.
All day, dog.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. A first down throw for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. 3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley shedding the tackler that gives him some room. He's at the 50. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And all the way home.